Tom Link, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. I'm doing Mobs are having a wonderful day on this 5th March 2025. Today we'll be talking about the second part of DC Dark Legion. So I gave you guys my first thought of DC Dark Legion. Now I'm gonna give you guys my second thought, which I'm really enjoying the game more and more and more and more and more and more and more. It was a couple of streams, like for example, before yesterday and the day before, like out of the 3 words last stream, I want to give up. I was getting bored with the game. But yesterday we had good mythical hero. I know you're gonna say, "Oh, Ink, if you don't have good mythical hero, that's not a problem. The game is still fun. You should use a hero that you have." And you're right. But with this, we really established something new. For example, I was using the Bat Family, which I love, but they have a shitty combo, right? And now we are using the Justice League, and the Justice League is so much better. So it's not necessarily using the hero that you want, is using them together. For example, right? In the Justice League, I love the Flash, right? I love Wonder Woman. I love Batman. I love Superman. We just got yesterday's Superman. But am I a fan of Martian? There's nothing wrong with him, right? There's nothing wrong with him, but I wouldn't play as him. They're my favorites. And again, with this one, we were missing. We got Flash. It's a funny story. It's a really funny story, and it's a really funny story because that's why I love the game so much now. We got Flash, and Flash isn't my favorite superhero. I think he's a bit broken. I was complaining about the fact that Superman felt a little bit of a overpowered. So, for example, my first thought of the game was, well, it's a great game, but if you have Superman, then you're in a position where the rest doesn't really matter because you have Superman, right? Which I still believe to this day. But at the same time, Flash felt like that, but it's not Superman. So Superman is the better version of a human, so it's normally the strongest, right? Flash would be a kind of a broken ability. So I had Flash and I didn't upgrade him because I didn't really care about the character. But then yesterday I had Superman, and then they made me try Superman. So there's like a trial which you get reward for playing as Superman, and then with Superman they put me in the Justice League, and when I saw the power of the Justice League together, it just was crazy. And what is really cool is you kind of have to have like a go-to team. For example, there's gonna be this enemy that has a lot of defense, right? A lot of defense. You're gonna be like, okay, well, I need a team with a lot of attack, right, to counter that. Or the opposite, a guy with a lot of attack, he one-shot every single one of your guy. If you don't have enough health, it'll destroy you, right? So that's actually super cool. Or for example, we're dealing yesterday with a Green Lantern who's a healer, and then you're like, holy shit, I don't really have something to block a healer, right? So you have to look at the character that you have. The game is getting better and better and better. It still feels very linear. It still feels very like we're doing the same thing, repetitive. The story does change. The story is good. It's good. It's not the greatest, but it's good. So there you go. My second thought. So we're getting into the more complex aspect of DC Dark Legion, and I get why people like it. It's actually a really good concept. For example, right? If they're releasing a new hero, then for example, tomorrow, right? They release, I don't know, Lobos, right? I don't know if Lobos is DC or Marvel. I don't know. Ah, shit. But they release Lobo, right? Or they release Superdog or even Superboy, right? And then you're like, okay, well, I have this character. Now, what am I supposed to do with it? How can this help me, right? Is it a character that I like? And the problem with this game was there's a character that you like, but it's not useful. So you're like, I have to put it aside. But it doesn't mean shit because the superhero that you like that you cannot use right now might have other allies released at a later date. You'll be able to use it. So this game has great potential. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, that's good.